Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another IRL Ghost Stories. This one is titled Happy Birthday Andrew. Now, the reasoning for this title I will get into a bit. There wasn't actually any happy birthday, it seemed, and there was no actual Andrew character involved here. But that's actually a very pivotal phrase to this whole IRL Ghost Story. Now, this happened a few years back, when I was way younger, and we were moving out of the country to, to somewhere else, somewhere new. And we had a public storage location. Now, if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a place where you can buy for like $1 a day or like $30 a month, and you can store all your belongings in there, and it can be used for anything. Like, it's like a public storage. So regardless, we move all of our stuff into a public storage to prep for moving out to this new place. So when we move out to the new place, me and my dad drive back to our old place and go to this public storage to pick up the stuff in a U-Haul truck and drive it to our new place, right? Now, we get to this public storage place, and the public storage place is fucking, it's a normal looking place. It's not like we're on the derelict edge of town or anything, right? So this place is pretty populated, I guess. We came around a time where it was evening, where there wasn't a bunch of people. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of people at a public storage place all the time anyways, right? In fact, over there wasn't even like somebody working, I'm pretty sure. Like, maybe they might have had one security guard, but they were sitting at like front desk, and there was nobody in the actual storage area, which was kind of weird. But, I mean, at the time, I guess that's how it worked, so, I never questioned it, right? Because it was my first time ever going to a public storage area. Now, we get to this place around, I want to say, 3:30? 4 p.m., I guess. If we'll just give an estimate here. And we have till 7:30 to haul ass before we got to get back home. Now, regardless, the whole moving procedure happened without a hitch. We actually finished half an hour earlier than we expected, which was, a nice bonus plus. Now, me and my dad, the way we were moving, we were pulling, 1-1-1-1-2 punches, right? So my dad would grab stuff, go down, I'd grab stuff, blah, blah, blah. We'd have this constant chain going. And because of this, each of us were isolated. Now, we never were in contact with each other the whole time. Whenever I was upstairs, my dad was downstairs. In fact, this happened later on into the moving process, where I was the one doing all the moving, and my dad was down there actually just organizing the whole truck himself. So I was all alone up in this area by myself. I was all alone. There was nobody else in the facility. And you might be thinking, well, Mudahar, what you're about to say, there's probably somebody else, in the facility. No, trust me, there isn't, and I'll tell you why. Around 5:30-ish, the sun was going down. And it was the evening, I guess you could say. The sun wasn't totally down, it wasn't pitch black outside. I hear fucking footsteps. Like, long, drawn-out, tapping footsteps. Down these fucking, down these halls. Now, at the time, I'm a little fucking, I'm a younger person, right? So, I'm a little scared. I mean, nowadays, if it happened, I probably wouldn't, fucking be scared at all, really. But back then, you could rest assured, I slightly did shit myself. And I called out, I'm like, is anyone there? And I yelled it out 3 times. On the 3rd time, that footstep, the people that was walking just stopped. It completely stopped. And at that point, I booked it out of there. I got my dad, I'm like, we should probably both go upstairs. And my dad felt something too. We talked about it as well. Way after the fact, my dad said he felt something inside there, and he wanted to get shit done as quick as possible. And rest assured, we got this whole stuff done quick as possible. There wasn't any crazy light flickering or somebody coming out of the walls just throwing us against it or something crazy like that. No. What happened was we just moved around. We kept hearing footsteps. And the thing is like, I always am skeptical of people saying that they feel ghosts. You know what I mean? Like, it's always one of those things that I feel like maybe it's not a ghost. Maybe it's just your mind really playing tricks on you, or you're giving yourself this placebo effect. No, I did feel this fucking thing, like, close to me. Like, if somebody's walking down, I can clearly remember those footsteps. Those long, drawn-out fucking footsteps. Alright? Just walking around these halls. And it's scary, because I am literally the only one in this entire facility at that time. There's no one else there. And if there is someone else there with the random callouts, you think there might be a response. But then I did think to myself, if somebody started calling me out, would I really fucking respond back too? And when I said it depends, well, maybe that person decided not to and they just stopped. But there was nobody there, and I never investigated around the place to go see if there was someone there, for obvious reasons. I'm not going to go walk around, come across some spooky-ass ghost or something else. I'm going to book it right out of the closest exit there was, and trust me, swear to God, there was an exit like 20 feet away from me. I booked it there, ran down the stairs, didn't even take the friggin' elevator. I ran downstairs, all those steps, and I got to my dad, and we decided to fucking do that shit together, and we did it. Now, after all was said and done, we drove to our new place with the U-Haul truck and whatnot. And then we unpacked over there and blah, blah. We're just sitting on boxes and boxes and boxes. Now, we pretty much settle into the whole house, and then we have this one container. And I remember this container. It was a red container, right, out of all the gray ones we had. And the red container was on the very, like, back end of this entire storage unit. The area where you have to clear the whole front of it, because we packed this in. You have to clear the whole storage facility and then get to this box, this tub. So we open this red tub, we crack it open, and we pull out all the boxes aside. It has, like, I think it has a lamp in it or God knows what. We take out this rectangular box. It's one of those boxes that you would probably see at, like, IKEA or something, where it was one of those IKEA boxes. I think, I don't know what the fuck was inside it. Maybe it was like LED lights or something, but regardless, it wasn't what was inside it. We found this IKEA box and we flipped it around, and on there, on pencil, was written, "Happy birthday, Andrew." Now, I have no idea how the fuck that got there. We don't have someone named Andrew in the family, right? When you got somebody who's like, when you got Mudahar as a name, Andrew's probably the furthest thing you have in your family, right? Like, we don't have anybody like that. Let's be sure here. So, my mom, me, my dad, my brother, we collectively shit ourselves because we don't know what the fuck happened. Now, there's a logical explanation. Maybe somebody could have broken into our unit, but that doesn't make any sense. Because it's one of those places where I think they allow you your own kind of lock, and we used our own kind of lock, I think. And, like, that wasn't tampered with. Like, nothing was tampered with. Nothing was moved around. Like, my dad has a photographic memory. He can tell if, like, even the slightest thing is turned around. Alright, trust me, our family is latently OCD about this kind of stuff. So, for us to see this was a shocker, because it means if somebody in real life just decided to fuck, just let's say somebody tried to fuck with us, they'd have to open the whole unit without tampering that lock. They'd have to move shit aside, which I don't know why the fuck you'd go through the labor of doing that for some random, Indian family out there. I don't get it. And then you'd have to dig out a box arbitrarily, write "Happy birthday, Andrew," whoever the fuck Andrew is, put it back into the box, and that's it. And I asked my mom, like, did you ever pick this up at IKEA and it had "Happy birthday, Andrew" written on it? She's like, no, of course not. Like, you think that'd be the first thing you notice? If you notice, you just grab another box and say, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna get that one. It's one of those situations. Now, I don't know if ghosts have ever been reported to be able to write things down on, like, boxes and pieces of paper, but if that's the case, that's the first time we've ever fucking witnessed that. And I wanted to get you guys a picture of that box, but I don't have it anymore. I've asked my mom a bunch of times about it. I think I got lost in the moving process between, like, numerous houses here, but it's kind of gone. I drove down, I'm like, Mom, do you have it? No. Okay, well, that goes to show you I can't really give you guys the "Happy birthday, Andrew" box. I mean, I'd love to, but that was a box over there. And that was one of the craziest scenarios that I've ever been in, really. And it was one of the scenarios that I honestly felt closer to a ghost, and a bad one of that too. Like, a bad entity, you know what I mean? And I'm skeptical about this stuff, but over in that situation, that moment, and I will never forget it, that was a pretty dark, place that I guess I was in. And I'm glad I got out without, I guess, being harmed. So, in the end of the day, I really hope Andrew got his happy birthday. I mean, I feel like a dick for taking the present, right? But that being said, if you like this IRL ghost story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And please tell me in the comments below what you thought of it. And please share some of your ghost stories, because I'd really like to put them in the next IRL Ghost Stories Comments Edition. That being said, this is me, Mudahar, and I'm out.